Yeah, big money in this bitch if you didn't know. Big business minus the business suit. Even I look in the mirror like, is it you? Then I say, I must be the hottest if it isn't you.
Yo, what up? I know it's been a long time, man. I've been busy, man. It's been a long off season. I've been wanting to make a video for a while, but every time I go to make a video, something changed. I realized, man, you just can't listen to these writers, man. These writers out of Tampa, like, they terrible. Every time somebody became a free agent or a team wanted to trade them or whatever, they always write a story that say Tampa in the top 2 or top 3 of teams are getting this player. And I had to realize that them people don't know what the hell they talking about. Every time somebody good come on the market, they go, oh, Tampa's one of the top 3 places he's going to land. No, he's not. He ain't even talking to Tampa. So I've been wanting to kind of talk about the people that they said we was going to get and how they could benefit us. And then I realized I'm just going to talk about the people that we got. If they on our roster, let's talk about them. A lot didn't change since the last time I came on this thing here. I don't even know if I remember how to log into my damn YouTube account. I got to figure that out. I forgot my password. It's been that long. Anyway, let's talk about some of these transactions. We can go all the way back to January because I got it pulled up on my phone here. And they said we signed a whole bunch of people to futures contracts. Nobody on here that I even know or care about. We did release Doug Martin on February 20th. We all knew that was going to happen. He going to play for the Raiders. Yeah, he going to play for the Raiders. He going to do good over there because they got Marshawn Lynch. So shout out to Doug Martin, man. You gave us some wonderful games, man. Some exciting games. Matter of fact, the Oakland game, I think you had 240 yards or something like that game. That was a crazy game. You was running all over them. So good luck, man. Hats off. Thank you for your services. But your services are no longer needed, sir. Enjoy yourself. We released Chris Baker on the 20th too, February 20th. Now we needed to do that. I'm so glad we did that. He needed to be out of here. He had a terrible attitude, terrible in the locker room, didn't want to put in the work. He got potential though. He is a good defensive tackle. You know, I find it funny when all these fans they dump on him and they talk trash about him. But at the same time, when we signed him, everybody was like, oh, he the shit. Sometimes that ain't the case. Sometimes people come to Tampa for the money, but they don't really want to put in the work. We released Nick Folk on the 22nd. I didn't know Nick Folk was still on our team. I thought he was gone. They didn't even need to announce this. But anyway, they released Nick Folk. They signed a running back named Dalton Croissant. I don't know who that is. I have to look that up when I get off of this. Who is Dalton Croissant? Signed him on the 22nd of February. Then we picked up the contract option on DeMar Dotson, which is good. Chris Conte and Josh Robinson. Now let's talk about Chris Conte. Chris Conte, hold on, I got messages popping up on my screen here. Chris Conte is one of the most hated men in Tampa, next to Jerry McCoy. And I don't know why. Look, do Chris Conte get burnt and beat sometime? Yep. But you can't name a safety that don't ever get beat. Ever. And finding a good safety is hard. Chris Conte do make plays though. Now you can't expect your safety to just be able to do everything. Come down in the box, play strong safety, free safety, bounce all over the place, get every ball thrown over, be the D. You just can't expect him to do everything. I mean, he ain't Ed Reed, you know. So you got to cut Chris Conte some break. Now, when we re-signed him, I was like, what the hell? We need safety help, but we better keep our damn A safety, you know, like him, that can at least give us, you know, okay play. You know what I mean? We better just keep him. And this, we got something better. And right now, we ain't got nothing better. Should we still pursue something better? Of course. But we ain't got nothing better right now. So let's just keep Chris Conte. So we signed him, or picked up his contract. Josh Robinson, that's kind of fine. Then we re-signed Ryan Fitzpatrick on March the 9th. I thought that there were a lot of great options out there at backup quarterback. I would have liked them to go after Tyrod Taylor. I don't know if Tyrod Taylor would have been okay being a backup, though. Now, he did get the starting gig, I think, out there in Cleveland. But you know Cleveland going, I think he in Cleveland. And now you know Cleveland going to draft a quarterback. They have to. Cleveland has to draft a quarterback every single year. Automatic. I don't care what round they have to get one at least once a year until they find somebody that stick. Tyrod Taylor might stick, but I would have really liked him for a backup for Jameis. I think Tyrod Taylor is a very good mobile quarterback that we could have used in case Jameis Winston went down or something like that. And in this division that we in, you got to be able to move off the ball. You got to be able to move because Atlanta Falcons got a great defensive line. We already saw that. And the Carolina Panthers obviously got a great defensive line. And the Saints defensive line is coming on. So you got to be able to move out of the pocket if your line's suspect. But we're going to talk about the line here soon. Then we re-signed Peyton Barber. We already know that had to happen. You let go of Doug Martin. Now you need to start a running back at least until the draft. So, but I would have liked us to pick up another running back, a veteran back. And we didn't get Carlos Hyde like I wanted, but I wish we'd have picked up a veteran back. I like Peyton Barber, man, but he ain't the answer. He ain't the answer. Is he serviceable? Yes. You know, just like we had when we used to have Ernest Graham. Ernest Graham was very, very serviceable. And he would do a very good job when running the ball, but we needed, you know, we had Cadillac Williams, you know. We need a strong running back. I would have liked a veteran running back and then us to draft a running back. So we would have had a running back that was already on the team in Peyton Barber. Then we would have brought a vet running back in that already know how to, you know, been in the league for a while, know what he's doing with the ball in his hand. Then draft a young running back in the draft to kind of bring him along. And I think with those three plus somebody in the stash like this dude Crossman, I'm gonna look up or whatever his name is, Crossing. I think that'd have been a perfect little match. I don't know. I mean, we still got time. You know, they got second round of cuts. You know, they got the draft happens, and then teams see what they got. Then they start the mini camps and all that, and then they do a whole nother round of cuts to get down to the, you know, from 90 to 75, from 75 to 50, 53. No, yeah, 53, whatever. And then, you know, game day roster 46 players, whatever. So they got to do it. It's a lot of cuts. So we still got time, but I would have liked them to do something when the free agency open, but we'll see. We re-signed linebacker Glanton. He did okay last year. He stepped up. I like what he was doing. We definitely need that depth though, because sometimes Quan can be suspect with his injuries. Levante David will have a fluke injury and be out for 2-3 games sometimes. I like Kendall Beckwith. Kendall Beckwith didn't didn't have the rash of injuries that he had in college, which scared me when we drafted him. He proved to be okay, but at some point that stuff might sneak back up. So we definitely need that. And Glenn did okay, so I'm good with that. Gave Mike Evans that contract. Now I told y'all at the beginning of this season, if you go all the way back to my videos back in August last year, I asked the question. I said, "Are you going to be Mr. Dropsies like you was, a few years ago?" And he was. He dropped a lot of passes. Some of those passes came from a hurt Winston or backup in Fitzpatrick. So he get a little pass on that. Maybe a slight pass, but you gotta catch them balls, man. Like, come on, man. You got your money now, so we need you to be back to being clutch, Mike. Then we re-signed Cam Brate to a 6-year contract. And that was on March 13th. That was mandatory. In no winning organization outside of maybe the Patriots, do you sign away or let your touchdown leader and quarterback's favorite target just walk out the door? You don't do that. You don't do that. We already let Cam Brate go before, and he got signed by the Saints. And we was able to get him back. So luckily we was able to get him back, and he didn't stay with the Saints. Because if he stayed with the Saints and be where he is with us, with them, they would have had another Jimmy Graham down there. And Jimmy Graham terrorized us for enough years. So definitely approve of that. Mike Evans got 5 years. Cam Brate got 6 years. Tell you how important Cam Brate is. Re-signed Will Clark. I can't really remember him making too many splash plays. Maybe I think he had 2 sacks. I don't know. I can't remember, man. My brain. But I'm glad we did that because I think he came on late in the year. So I don't remember, man. I do remember when he came on, but I don't remember him making that much of an impact. Or maybe he did. Maybe he leads. I don't know. I'm not no stats guy. I just try to think from watching all the games that I really pick up on him, and I don't really remember. But I think that's a good signing just because I know he's real big. I remember seeing him being like, that motherfucker big. But I think that's a good signing. Let's not let viable options just walk out the door. Now, if he was super trash and didn't want to work, I would have known that. But I think that's a good signing. So I'm glad we re-signed him. And then we re-signed Keith Tandy. Let me tell y'all about Tandy Candy, man. Look, I know Tandy Candy be off and on. He on this season, off this season, but he can be consistent, man. He just got to be played right. But he got instincts, man. He see the field. He got field vision like crazy. If you really watch him, he be around, man. Sometimes he try to cover down when people be missing assignments and all that, but he a good player, man. I'm glad we got him. We kept him. And then on March 16th, big signing, man. We signed the kicker, Chandler Castanzaro. Big signing, man. As soon as we signed him, I went and watched film on him to see how his kicking mechanics are, and see if we'll be able to. Matter of fact, I need to get back to something about this backup quarterback. I meant to talk about that. But anyway, so that's a good signing, man. I think our kicking is solidified. A lot of people like, man, we already had the kicking solidified, but I think that's if you can upgrade a position, then upgrade it. And I think that's an upgrade. Now, before I continue, I want to go back to this quarterback thing. I wanted us to take Glennon back. I know that's crazy. Glennon went to Arizona. Arizona is most certainly going to draft a quarterback. They have to. They need a quarterback of the future. Now, Arizona will go with an older, seasoned quarterback and run with him. They showed you that they'll do that. They did it with Kurt Warner. They did it with Carson Palmer. Carson Palmer? Yeah. They'll do it. But Glennon ain't it. But I would have rather us bring Glennon back because Glennon know our offense. And Glennon can win us some games. He can. He can lose us some too. But I think he can. I would have liked to see him reunite with Winston, man. I think they was building something. But we re-signed Fitzpatrick, which is fine. And if I had to go take Glennon over Fitzpatrick, I would take Glennon. Fitzpatrick was about to retire when we signed him the first time. So he is literally playing because we want him to play. Because he want to play too, but because we want him to play. Like, he can quit football at any time. Like, he was ready to go already. So, and Mike Glennon still want to play and compete. So, I feel like Fitzpatrick ain't going to push Jameis Winston. God damn. Fitzpatrick ain't going to push Winston like I think Glennon would. Not that Glennon would take his job. Don't be stupid. But Glennon would still bring that competitiveness out of Winston, and I don't think Fitzpatrick gonna do that, or has done that. Okay, now back on it. So on the 16th of March, we also signed Bo Allen from the Eagles and Mitch Urine. Mitch Urine. I think we got him from the Bears. I want to say. I ain't sure about that. The Bo Allen, I talked to some Eagles fans that's friends of mine, and he all right. Like, he another rotational guy. He okay. He'll get in there and do some things for us, but we shouldn't expect nothing crazy from him. He will help us on stopping the run. So I do like that. I like that signing. We need depth at depth, man. We need an overhaul at defensive line. So I like that they did that, and they brought him in from the Eagles, who just won the Super Bowl, obviously. So they know what it take. He know what it take. The hope is he brings some of that, what it took for them to win and be successful, into our locker room. Mitch Urine, I don't know nothing about him at all, but whatever. We got rid of Robert Ayers. We released Robert Ayers on March the 17th. I like Robert Ayers. Robert Ayers, when he came in, that was the first time I felt like there was some accountability in our locker room. First time. I felt like he was coming in there talking cash shit to them in that locker room. Like, holding people accountable, calling folks out. Like, he had that dog in him that I didn't see nobody have on our defensive line in recent times. His problem was, though, is he stayed injured. He stayed hurt. And you can only talk so much shit in the locker room when you ain't even on the field. At some point, people are going to tune you out and then tell you to shut the hell up, which proved itself very detrimental to us when at the last couple of games when the defensive line just fell apart. And then that last game when Chris Baker just lost us the game, and was smiling and shit. Like, he just didn't care. It was proof that the locker room was gone. I mean, the defensive line locker room was gone. Nobody had control of that. Jerry McCoy ain't never had control of that damn defensive line room. Even though we paid him like he did and we want him to, he ain't never going to have control of that. But you bring in somebody like Bo Allen, maybe we'll get some fire. And then we signed Vinny Curry, also from the Eagles. Them two in our locker room together, I think we're going to really, really, really be able to make some things happen. As far as getting our line up to play. Now, these ain't, top 3, top 5 defensive linemen in the league or nothing like that. But, and most people don't even talk about them like that. But they will bring that fire to that competition to every practice and every game. They already showed you that they'll do that. So we signed Vinny Curry to a 3-year deal. Then, one of the most major signings, when we signed that center, Ryan Jensen. We signed him to a 4-year contract. Ryan Jensen, center. They're going to move Ali Marpet out of the center to one of the guard positions. Our offensive line is coming together. We need one more piece, though. We need one more. We need one more quality, high quality, not just quality, high quality lineman in our line is set. So then we signed the linebacker Cameron Lynch to a 1-year contract. Again, linebacker depth. Then another big signing. We traded our 2018 third-round draft pick and our 2018 fourth-round draft pick to the Giants, and a 2018 fourth-round draft pick, theirs, for, I mean, y'all already know, Jason Pierre-Paul, man. So JPP is far he played at, I think, USF down there in Tampa. I ain't in Tampa anymore, but I used to be down there in Tampa, live down there. I've been in USF plenty of times. He played down there. You know, he had this little accident with his hands, his fingers, or whatever. Everybody had these Captain Hook jokes. Oh, you can wear the hook now. That boy finna be a beast. He was extremely happy to be down in Tampa. I think what he gonna bring is that competition, man. He had a setback that, and he was just made a mockery of. And people told him his career was over. He said, "You're done, man. You're done. You done blew your hand off." And you know what he said? "Nope, I'm a beast." And he proved it. He had more sacks, I think, last year than our whole team. He had 8.5 sacks last year. More than our whole team, I think. So, with the addition of Bo Allen, JPP, and Vinny Curry, and then we got addition by subtraction by getting rid of Chris Baker and Robert Ayers, just because of his injuries. Our defensive line is coming together. Still need some pieces, though. Not done. And then we re-signed Evan Smith to a 2-year deal again, and then we re-signed our guard, Adam Geddes, again for depth. That brings us current as of March the 26th. And today is April the, what's the day? April the 7th. April the 7th. So as of April the 7th, that's all the moves that we've done since January. It is very clear to me that Jason Light and the Glazers want to build from the inside out. They're going to make the offensive line better and the defensive line better. And I think that's very smart. We still need to get more defensive linemen, defensive pieces. We still need ends. We need some more ends, and we still need an interior defensive lineman, another good one. Bo Allen ain't it, and this guy Urich, whatever his name is, Mitch. I don't know too much about him. So, but what I know is they are good at stopping the run. From what I'm being told, we need some pass rushers. So definitely, we need somebody going there on 3rd and 6 and get us off the field. 3rd and 7, get us off the field. So we still got to work on that defensive line. Offensive line, we need one more piece. Get us one more piece at the tackle position. I think we'll be fine. In this draft, we are going to have to get a running back. That is mandatory, and we need an edge rusher. Mandatory. We got to get it. We got to have it. Now, I saw a lot of mock drafts out there. I tell you, if Quentin Nelson is available, and I saw scenarios where he would be, the lineman, and then Saquon Barkley is available, and I saw scenarios where he would be. If they both are there, you got to go with the lineman, man. You got to take the lineman. I don't feel like you take the running back over that lineman. If that lineman's gone, then take the running back. everybody has us taking Minkah Fitzpatrick, the DB. So I'm not against that because we need it. But I think if we keep working on that defensive line, which Bradley Chubb is going to be gone, he's going to be gone. We keep working on our defensive line. That's going to help our corners out, help our safety out. You got to build that line, man. And if we build this offensive line like it looks like we building, man, that's why I say if Nelson's there, and Barkley's there, Saquon Barkley, take Nelson, take the lineman, because you've seen running backs kill it in certain places with great offensive lines. Like, let's take Dallas, when Dallas had that superb line, the best offensive line in the game, and they had old boy running behind them. Not Zeke, but before Zeke. He went to the Titans. He played for the Titans. God, I forgot his name. Anyway, he was over there beasting, but as soon as he left that offensive line, he got terrible. So I believe that if Peyton Barber can run behind the line that we already had, and now the line that we making now, if he can put 100 up behind that line, man, imagine what he can do with the line we gonna have now. We finna field a stupid line. So that's why I say, do you want to do you want to spend a high pick 7 on a running back, when you can pick probably a 3rd round running back with the offensive line that we're about to build and he kill it with Peyton Barber and maybe another vet that's cut later behind the offensive line we about to build. And then too, Quentin Nelson also helps with your passing game because he's gonna leave Jameis upright for more amount of time, right? So you gotta get that line fixed. But then again, some people will say, well, a good running game helps the passing game. So I can see the argument, but go to offensive lineman if he's available and Saquon's available, because I've seen the scenarios. But right now they got us taking the DB, so I'm good with that if we end up doing that too. If everybody's gone. If they are all gone, I would prefer us to trade back, to be honest. Somebody's going to pay a healthy price for that 7th pick. Those people that's in the quarterback race, glad we out of that, right? But those people that's in that quarterback race, that 7th pick could prove to be valuable, and we could get a lot for it on draft night. We might have to move back to like 16 or 17 and pick up 1st round, 2nd round, then another 3rd round or something crazy like that to move up to 7, or something this year and next year. So something to think about, man. One thing that's hanging over our head is this Jameis Winston case. I hope they get this thing figured out before the season starts, because I would hate in the middle of the season for him to be pulled out and Fitzpatrick have to go in because he got suspended or something stupid like that. Let's get this thing figured out now, so we can figure out what we need to do with it. But we gotta worry about that. It's something to think about, the quarterback position. We definitely need a running back. I think we pretty good at wide receiver because we still got Mike Evans, we still got Deshaun Jackson for another year, and old boy came on at the end of the year. You already know that. So, and then we still got Adam Humphries, I believe. So, I think, and then we got Cam Brake signed. So, and we still got O.J. Howard. So I think we good when it comes to receivers and stuff. I mean, teams out there winning, having better records than us, we're nowhere near the talent we got at receiver. What we already got. Nowhere near it. And they having more success on the field than us. So I would definitely not even worry about wide receiver. I would worry about that for unrestricted free agents or something like that. Definitely don't need to see them draft no receivers. I wouldn't touch a receiver this year in the draft. Not with any of my picks. Tight end, we solidified that. We don't need no tight end. Unless one just fall in our lap and he's a blocking tight end. I wouldn't even worry about it. Unless, like I said, if he a blocking tight end and he fall in our lap 5th round, 6th round, something like that, then he scoop him. But other than that, leave that alone. We got to go heavy on defense this year. Heavy on defense. We've been going all heavy on offense for a long time. We got to go heavy on defense. We need corners. We need corners. We need defensive. We need defensive linemen, and we need corners and safeties. We got to go heavy on corners. We got to hit corners heavy in this draft. We got to. Vernon Hargreaves, man, I don't know where he at, what he going to do. We got to hit corner. We did bring back Brent Grimes. I forgot to even say that, but yeah, we brought back Brent Grimes too for another year. But that man, he hanging on. But we have got to most certainly go corner safety heavy. So my draft order would be position wise, offensive lineman if he's available, and I'm telling you know what I'm talking about, Quentin Nelson. If not, then running back. Then I would go corner or DB. I would probably go DB again. Then I would go linebacker. Then I would go offensive lineman / running back, whatever's available. Then I would go DB. Then I would go defensive lineman, edge rusher. Then I would go DB again. Then I'll probably go linebacker. And then running back. Probably like the 5th round, something like that. That's what I would do, man. Tell me what you think. Put it in the comments. Since everything that kind of calmed down a little bit now and things ain't going to be changing every day, I'll probably be more apt to make videos, start back making videos again. So, depending on the reception I get from this one, if y'all still out there, y'all, if I still got subs, if I can still log into it, if I remember the password, I'm going to upload this. And hopefully y'all still there, still out there. Let's see what you got, man. Tell me what you think. What you think we need to do. Now that the dust is settled for the most part. The draft is in a couple weeks, man. Tampa 2 Bucs. I'm out. Peace.